Hi everyone. Do you feel like you cannot get through this difficult situation with your adult child? I mean, do you feel like you don't have the persistence to continue and taking step by step to get through this? We're going to talk about that today because I know that you do. I know you have the persistence to be able to continue on and get through this season. And I'm going to tell you why. So, for those of you that are new here to my channel, I just want to welcome you. My name is Sally Harris, and I'm a mom who walked a really tough, difficult road with my own daughter for over 10 years. And trust me when I say, when her life was spiraling out of control, mine did the same. And it was not an easy road, and I made a lot of mistakes along the way. And that's why this channel exists, is because I want to share with you what I've learned and coach you through this, which is most likely the most difficult season of your life. So let's dive in today. Persistence. So when we are going through a really tough time, we forget our own abilities sometimes. I think that we forget that we do have that persistence. We do have that oomph inside of us that we tend to give up so quickly when we're going through a hard time. So some things I want you to think about when you answered that question in the beginning. If you think that no, you can't get through this, I'm going to tell you you can, and here's why. Because I want you to think back to all the other times in your life where you were in a situation. This could be from, probably teenage years on up. When have you been through a situation that you figured out how to get through? At the time in the season, that particular season you were in, you thought, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get through this. It could have been a breakup. It could have been, a financial hardship. It could have been any of those things. Maybe your parents got divorced. Maybe you got divorced. All of the things that just compile, become our situations, right? All the situations that, make us who we are today, good and bad. So I want to share a few with you from my perspective and what I went through. Because I tell you these things because I want you to think hard in your own life. And the first thing that came to mind when I asked myself this question was, I was a single mom for about 6 years, and I never thought I was going to get through that. How was I going to build a life for these kids? But I did, and I worked 3 jobs, and I went to school, and, praise God for my parents who helped me so much with my kids, right? I did have that help. But I asked for help, right? I did have family that helped me, and maybe some of you didn't have that in that situation, but you got through it. And another one I thought of was, later when my kids were, a little bit older, I went back to college and got my bachelor's degree. And I was working full time and raising 3 kids, and it was not easy, but I did it. The most recent one, I would say, is the alcohol. I became an alcoholic, and I've been sober now for over 6.5 years. And that was probably the most trying one in my own life. But I did it. How? Persistence. The persistence of choosing something hard every single day. And I know you can do the same, because the situation that we have with your child, what you've got going on right now, it literally is one day at a time, and is putting one foot in front of the other, and it's making the next best decision. It really, really is. That may sound simple, but when you do it time and time again, you're going to see what I mean. And many times, and I used to say this to my own daughter too, a lot, is you need to choose hard for once. Like, you need to choose hard for once, because a lot of our kids got in these situations because they chose the easy road. They didn't want to work for what they could have had, or just, poor decisions, or whatever it is. Having the ability to keep going is all you need. That's all you need in regards to the day to day. So that's a choice. That really comes down to a choice. Just like you would tell your kids, it's a choice. It's a choice for you too as a mom. So I hope that helps you today. And I hope that you can maybe jot a list down of the things that you got through in your past that you thought you'd never get through. And I want you to know that the season that you're in right now, you're going to get through this too. So if you feel comfortable, I would love to hear what you come up with on your list. If you feel comfortable putting it in the comments, that would be awesome. For those of you that you and I have never chatted before and you're interested in a discovery call, The link will be in the comments below. That's a 30-minute conversation where you and I talk over what's going on with your child, but more importantly, how it's affecting you, because that's really where I come in. So I'd be happy to talk with you about different options on what my recommendations would be as far as how I could help you. All right. Thanks so much. You have a good day.